Coming up this morning on Action News, State Patrol troopers are investigating a crash that blocked part of a highway last night. 3 vehicles were involved and at least 1 person was taken to the hospital. We'll share all that we know. And students across Eastern Washington are in Pasco for the school district's first ever leadership summit. 2 days, 14 different schools, and this is just the start. That story and more coming up as you start your day with us right here on Action News. Good Friday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, in the world of weather, we saw some of that sunshine in the morning. We saw some of those clouds rolling a little bit today. I'm hoping we're going to see more sunshine than clouds.
That's right. Partly cloudy to mostly sunny today. A fair amount of sunshine around the forecast area, albeit it's going to be a bit cooler on this Friday than we have seen in days prior. Now, as we wake up this morning in Yakima, I understand this isn't maybe the best angle for the camera to be on. I'll move this as we go later into the show. But at least we are not looking at any rainfall on the camera this morning. There will be a slight chance of showers for the Blue Mountains today, but the rest of us should be in the clear when it does come to shower chances. Now, as we are waking up in Yakima this morning, it is chilly, 28 degrees right now with a fairly calm wind. Here are a look at your weather headlines today. Well, that is the Tri-Cities cam, which right now is not registering. Here's a look at the weather headlines today and going forward. We are going to see some of those glimpses of sunshine on this Friday. Active weather will start to return to the area as we go into the late afternoon and evening hours on Saturday evening, and then rain and mountain snow is going to be very pronounced on Sunday. We'll talk more about all 3 of these weather headlines coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in the Tri-Cities. Washington state troopers are investigating a crash that blocked part of Highway 395 for a few hours last night. The crash happened just after 5 yesterday evening at 395 in court, involving 3 vehicles. At least 1 person was taken to the hospital, but at this point, their condition is unknown. Troopers also haven't said how the crash happened or if anyone involved was impaired. We'll be sure to update you when we learn more information. In Union Gap yesterday, a police pursuit at the corner of Main Street and Old Town Road. In the video, you can see someone jumping out of a crashed vehicle and running away. Casey Skilperud with the Yakima County Sheriff's Office says this started as a traffic stop, but the driver took off. The suspect was arrested near Prestige Motors. His name, though, hasn't been released, and so far there aren't any reports of injuries. A man is in jail facing a number of charges after police say he fled from officers in a stolen car and shot at several officers before crashing the vehicle. Interim Yakima Police Chief John Boyle told us just before 11 yesterday morning, officers responded to reports of a stolen vehicle. An officer found that vehicle and began a pursuit, but when they thought about ending the pursuit, the suspect fired shots at a parked patrol car, so they continued with the pursuit when police determined the actions were a danger to the community. Police say the suspect fired more shots during the pursuit, with bullets hitting at least 3 patrol cars.
When the pursuit was eastbound on Yakima Avenue at 4th Avenue, it crashed into an uninvolved citizen's car. At least one of those people have been taken to the hospital for injuries. They're non-life-threatening and did not be critical injuries, but was injured from the crash. The suspect was taken into custody after the crash. He has also been transferred to the hospital for he's under the influence and medical clearance prior to being put into jail.
The Washington State Patrol will be in charge of investigating the crash, while Yakima police will investigate the assaults on their officers. Chief Boyle says there were about 5 or 6 officers who were shot at during the pursuit, but no officers were injured. So far, the suspect's name hasn't been released. During the incident, the entire Yakima School District went into secure and teach mode as a precaution. And just a few hours before yesterday's car chase and shooting in Yakima County, KIMA's John Franklin spoke with the Yakima Interim Police Chief Sean Boyle about violent crime in the city.
I felt that it was a day in which we had seen a significant amount of violence in the community, and I just wanted to try to reassure the community that our officers are working tirelessly and they're putting in their best efforts to hold the people accountable, and that this type of violence is not going to be acceptable. We're going to work proactively to try to address the situation within the community.
Over the past few days, Yakima has experienced an uptick in the amount of violent crime, and the YPD is trying to get ahead of the issue.
We utilize some grants that help us provide additional patrols as far as proactivity, towards focusing on violent crime.
One way the YPD is doing this is with a proactive enforcement unit that identifies key issues downtown and finds people who are involved in violent crimes. They also have people focused on other things like traffic and drugs.
We have detectives assigned to the Drug Enforcement Agency, where they're proactively trying to make cases against persons who are trafficking drugs in our community.
Despite all this, the YPD still needs help from the community.
We can't arrest our way out of this situation, and we need the community's help to identify and be witnesses and communicate and cooperate with the police department.
Sometimes, no matter how proactive police departments are, crime can surprise a community.
Unfortunately, the problem with a lot of homicides are they're random and unpredictable at sometimes, and our ability to we focus on the areas and the people that we believe are most likely to be involved in crimes, but I think 2 of the suspects from this weekend had very limited criminal history and would have been on our radar to be somebody that we're focusing on.
Reporting in Yakima for Action News, I'm John Franklin.
KIMA's John Franklin, thank you. And so far this year, there have been 14 homicides in the city of Yakima. Switching gears this morning, students from all around Eastern Washington are coming together for the Pasco School District's first ever Leadership Summit. The 2-day event includes students from 14 schools, teaching them different skills and giving them the opportunity to apply those skills in the real world.
We took a lot of student voice, that's really big, our student council, so it's Associated Student Body. So we've been meeting for the last couple of years, and we really wanted to put together an event at a state level, and so we're starting small with Eastern Washington, but our students really gave us feedback on what they wanted to learn about.
Prominent figures and leaders from around the Tri-Cities are also giving presentations to students to teach them different leadership qualities. And with that, let's jump right over to meteorologist Jefferson Donovan to talk the weather here. Jefferson, temperature is a little bit cooler today than we've seen in the last couple of days. It seems like things are going that trend, but the sun's coming out to play.
Yes, the sun will be out to play. In general, it's not going to be too bad a day of weather around the forecast area. Maybe a slight change of showers along the Blue Mountains today, but that will be about it. Now, you did reference those cooler temperatures. Today is going to be relatively cool. Tomorrow is going to be even cooler than today, but then we do see a bump up in temperatures on Sunday. However, on Sunday, we are also going to be welcoming back active weather, and we will see our first real heavy mountain snowfall of the season. We will talk about a very active weekend of weather coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. The time now is 5:07. Coming up on KEPR KIMA this morning, we dive deeper into Coffee with a Cop, a chance for residents to get together with officers and ask questions, as well as gain some insight into why officers join the force. In about 2 minutes, we'll catch up with local police and residents to talk the event. But later in the show, Operation Bear Claw, a fraud scheme that claimed a bear broke into cars and caused damage. The scheme worked and got the fraudsters some $140,000 before all 4 of them were arrested. We do have to take a quick break, but stay with us. We'll be back with more details on that and more news and weather. Stay with us.